Hi everybody, this is Charles Raether again from AmLaw Group. Today I wanted to talk about something that's important for all of our clients. I want to get my visa fast. I want to get my green card as soon as possible. How can I do that? Unfortunately, there's some cases where we really can't speed up the process, but in certain categories there are some visa categories that allow for expedited processing. What is that? It's usually called premium processing, and it exists for various visa categories. This could be non-immigrant and immigrant visa categories, and it allows you to get a response, an approval or a denial within a specified period of time from USCIS. Now, there's no such thing as premium processing at the consulates. So if you're applying for, say, an E2 directly at the consulate, or you're just signing up for an interview at the consulate for a student visa, tourist visa, maybe to get a visa for an approved L1 or other petition, there's no way to expedite things at the consulate. So I want to get that clear to start with, because sometimes clients say, well, let's just expedite things at the consulate. Doesn't work that way. Expedited or premium processing is only available when for your petitions that are being reviewed by USCIS here in the US. Now, the funny thing is, historically, premium processing has always been 15 days. And the price has varied over the years, and right now the price is $2,500, regardless of the type of visa. So it's a non-immigrant, immigrant visa, doesn't matter, same price. But the processing times do vary based on the category. And that's as a result of, actually, I should thank the Biden administration for this, at least, that they have widened the number of visa categories that are eligible for premium processing. In the past, premium processing was really only available for, say L1 visas, EB1A, O1, and I-140s if you were doing, say, EB2, EB3, a green card through labor certification. But they expanded that over the course of 2022 and 2023 this year. And now that premium processing applies to a number of other categories, including EB1C, executive managers who are getting a green card, and NIW. And actually, just recently, they've also implemented premium processing for change of status for some categories, including student change of status. So, for example, if you came to the US as a tourist, enrolled in an academic program of some sort, a language school, in the past, you'd have to wait probably 4, 6, even longer, 8 or 9 months to convert your status or change your status to a student status and be able to go to school. Now they have that in place, and you can do it in 15 days, which is great. I mean, it costs you an extra $2,500, but hey, if you want to go to school and you're ready to get going, then there's probably a lot of value in paying the extra price. The difference then in terms of processing generally affects two categories. It's the NIW and then also EB1C. So those are the two most recent categories for which USCIS implemented premium processing for. But for those two categories, NIW and EB1C, the processing time is 45 days, not 15. So again, if you're kind of doing the H1B, the L1s, the O1s, the typical categories that historically have had premium processing available, those could all be done in 15 days. But for the newer categories, the NIW and the EB1C, that's taking 45 days. 45 days is not 15, but believe me, it's a lot faster than what the times were previously. Especially for NIW, it was taking 1 to 2 years in the past to get NIWs reviewed. So nonetheless, this is a very good process. Again, sometimes clients say, well, if I'm filing an I-140, how quickly can I expedite the process? For those who don't know, that I-140 is a form that's used for a number of different immigrant visas. But here too, if you're talking about an I-140 premium processing, the time frame varies on the type of visa you're doing. So again, if you're doing an EB1C, if you're an executive director of a company and based on that you're getting the green card, or if you're filing for an NIW, it's going to take 45 days. But if you're filing an I-140 for an EB2, EB3, let's say, with a labor cert, or an I-140 for an EB1A, then it takes 15 days. So it is a little confusing, and that's why it's important maybe to speak to your attorney to find out exactly, even if you're dealing with the same forms, etc., the processing times might vary depending on what category you're applying for. So contact your attorney, hint, hint, and get the best advice that you can on how to proceed. For this and any other questions you might have, feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to advise you on your best next steps.